So, hello and welcome to probably the final episode before Christmas. And I'm just popping in here to remind you that everything happens when the time is right. We live in a world, we live in a society that is always telling us to go harder, go faster. If something isn't working, you probably didn't do enough. You didn't push enough. You somehow didn't accelerate hard enough. But so much is lost in the not giving something space and time. This goes for everything in life. It also goes for the sweetness in life. So we are living in a culture that is constantly prompting us to be non-touch, no effort, and immediate reward. And as much as that can feel joyful, it's great that I can just book an Uber, and it's great that I can call loved ones using my phone, and all that instant access is amazing. But there's also something to be said about looking forward to something. There's something to be said about feeling joyful, feeling hopeful, not knowing and not having something straight away. And the same is true for when we are trying to find peace with something, trying to forgive ourselves or someone else, trying to forgive a situation, trying to allow a third possible outcome to take place. It is kind of similar to trying to go, okay, I've got a seed and I've got soil and we have water and we have sunshine, and I'm just going to mix it all together, and then every single day I'm going to pick the soil apart and pick up my seed and then see how it's going. We all laugh at that story, right? We all go, ha 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 ha. Who would do that? That would be idiotic. And yet, when it comes to a lot of other aspects in life, when it comes to our manifestations, when it comes to our prayers, when it comes to our intentions, when it comes to what we are hoping to achieve in our life, whether that's a specific outcome, a specific mindset, maybe it's something, a financial gain, maybe it's a new relationship, maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a new home, or maybe you're trying to change how you look or how you feel. Whatever it is we are wanting to change, very often we are sold or hoping to find the quick path, the quick solution. We are wanting something or someone to come into our life instantaneously, the minute we think about it, the minute the desire is there. And on some level, in the moment of your desire, the solution or the person or the job has already arrived. It has arrived energetically. In some reality, it does exist. But we have a thing called time and space. And that's the same concept that the little seed in the soil has to go through. It is a process of degeneration. It is a process of appreciation. It is a process of letting go, surrendering to life's flow. So let's again take it back to our little seed and soil example. Just as the soil and the seed needs time to heal and get to know each other, and that seed needs X amount of light and nutrients from the soil, and it needs water, and it needs all its things in order to process and digest and assimilate. The same do we as human beings. And so if you are someone like me that has a tendency to feel like we just need to power through, and the more effort I put in, the quicker the reward, the quicker the gain, the quicker happiness is here. If you are similar to me and you have a tendency to just do more, if you feel like things hasn't been sorted out, you'll just power through, you'll do more, you'll add more fire, you'll add more wood to that fire. If that is you, I'm just here to remind you that there's a reason for why certain things take time. And just because you're not seeing the result that you are so greatly hoping for and praying for, just because you're not seeing them right now, and the results can be anything. It can be that person you're wanting to date. It could be that job, that new job opportunity. It could be, you've been working on your mindset. You've been meditating. You've been doing some journaling. You've worked with me as a healer, as a coach. Whatever it is. Maybe you're doing your own thing. But you haven't really noticed the changes yet. You don't feel like, your triggers aren't there. The triggers are still there. So you're like, hey, I'm doing all this work, but where's the reward? I'm just here to say, slow down, take a breath, have a rest, and know that while you are resting, it is similar to allowing time and space to take over. You had an idea, you had a desire, you had an intention. That's you taking the seed and then planting it in the soil. And once it's planted, you have to let it go. And the letting it go is kind of allowing your soup to simmer without constantly stirring and adding more stuff. It's kind of like allowing yourself to rest instead of never ever being asleep. We need to give things, situations, our own bodies, our own minds, our own souls, the earth itself, time to spin at the right time. And just know that everything happens in divine time. If it's not there yet, it means it's not right yet. It doesn't mean it's not right ever. It just means that it's not in your reality just yet. It's there energetically, but it's not there right here, right now, tangibly. Because perhaps you are not quite ready. Perhaps you need a little more rest, a little more sleep, a little more nourishment. Perhaps the learning for you here is to just let go a little more. Surrender, surrender, surrender. It is done, it is done, it is done. Give everything a little more time and a little more space, and just know that when you step out of the way, life takes over. And as life takes over, similar to the process of that little seed turning in, starting to sprout and bloom, and then one day we can see it at springtime. Everything that you are wanting is also wanting you. It's coming to you. Just give yourself some rest, give yourself some grace, and trust in the timing of life. Hope you have a really peaceful and healing and restful Christmas. And remember, the true miracle of Christmas is your presence. Your presence is the present that you choose to give to specific loved ones. From my heart to yours, Merry Christmas.